Hola amigos, what is up? This is Tales from Braga, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man X4. In the last episode, we cleared up 4 of the Mavericks that we have to fight, in addition to also facing off against the Colonel of the Repliforce, albeit temporarily. In today's episode, we're going to be clearing up the last 2 Mavericks we need to fight, and also getting the last of the heart tanks that I need as well. Unfortunately, I know where that is. It's the one in Web Spider stage. So we're probably going to make some quick progress here, which is good, because I'm going to tell you right now, the Sigma fight is not going to be quick progress. Zero's jaunt through the Ride Chaser stage is no different than X's. But I guess I can talk about a few things. So, for starters, I have lore. So one of the reasons why Colonel is such a thick-headed individual is actually important to the lore of, well, I say important, but it actually has something to do with his character lore. Now, see, Colonel and Iris are brother and sister, but originally they were actually supposed to be just one Reploid. They were created to be the ultimate Reploid, the ultimate warrior Reploid, having both X's combat skill and compassionate nature. Unfortunately, scientists were not able to reconcile those two halves as they were kind of contradictory, and as a result, they became 2 separate Reploids. Colonel, a very powerful combat Reploid, and Iris, who is not really that. That's another reason why Iris and Colonel are so different from each other as well, because they are 2 halves of the same original project. I mentioned before as well that mimics their relationship in the Battle Network series too. Although that's also a major spoiler for Battle Network 6, but fuck it, that game's like 15 years old at this point. You may be wondering, wait, how is Iris one of Lan's classmates if their relationship is very similar to how it is in X4? And the answer is, well, just play the game and find out. Forehead. Oh, should not have done that. That was a little bit too high. I usually want to destroy Stingray just to kind of get him out of the way, but I guess sometimes it's just not in the cards. Or sometimes it is in the cards. It all depends on the cards. It's all about the games you choose. When you play the Muppets Party Cruise. I'm actually curious as to the Muppets Party Cruise. I mean, I'm sure it's a horseshit game. But at the same time, consider me mildly curious. There we go, got the sub-tank, made that jump. Nice. And good, we've got 0 lives. How appropriate. Alright. Let's get on with it. Jet Stingray. Alright, he's still after me. Enough already. We settle this now. Today we fight like men. And stingrays who dress like men. Because for Zero, it's morphin' time. Now thankfully, you can also get Stingray in a pattern much like X can, but it's a little bit more difficult because of how Zero has to get above enemies in order for his ice attack to actually work. So let me just, There we go. I want to be careful anytime that I use that, though, because it's possible to accidentally touch him like that. Come over here. It's also possible to accidentally kick off the wall, even when you're not facing the wall. Which is fun. Now this should be the easy pattern lock. I'm gonna E-tank it just in case. No, I don't really need to, but I don't trust myself. I have a lack of self-trust. There we go. So yeah, you have to be a little bit tighter to actually hit with Hyoretsu's-on, but... And one more hit ought to do it. Oh yeah, you also might notice as well, since we killed Storm Owl, our saber is now purple. We didn't get to see that earlier in the stage, because obviously the Ride Chaser, but that's how you know it's been upgraded. Purple is powerful. That's why Waluigi isn't in Smash Brothers, he'd be too strong. Hienkyaku! This is Zero's air dash. You have to defeat Jet Stingray in order to be able to air dash. The same restrictions as double jumping also applies to the air dash as well. Zero cannot air dash in the same jump that he does a double jump with, and he also cannot air dash during a dash jump. However, since we have a lot of mobility options now, we can get into some pretty creative situations. So let's fight Slash Beast here. Eat a laser to the face. That's fine. Much like an X's version of the stage, you have to worry about these guys blowing the train up. Idiot. However, this one's a little bit smarter. Unfortunately, we don't get any sort of upgrade that will break through these blue crates, but we don't really need to, because, like, only one or two of them show up in this portion of the stage. Third train to fake you out. There's number 2. There's the toilet. Oh, you can stand on these turrets? What? Hang on. It opens up new realms of possibility. Thank you for health. Thank you for healthcare, Robo-Canada. You're welcome. You're welcome, Zero. Alright. Zero generally has to fight this boss a little bit more in melee combat, but that's fine. Because we do have Ryuenjin and Hyoretsu's-on. And there we go. That makes that fight a cakewalk. Okay, well, a cakewalk if you don't mind the damage I took, but I don't mind the damage I took. I don't mind at all. I don't have a mind at all. My brain broke. I don't got one of them brains. All I got is, like, worms. I just got a mass of gummy worms inside my skull. Just got some Haribo gold bears. Kind of reminds me of that story, a while ago, a few years ago. I don't remember exactly when, but Haribo, the sweets company, actually tried a different sweetener to use for fat-free gummy bears. And there was a dog barking downstairs. I don't know why she's howling. She just sort of is. So they tried to go with this new sweetener for, like, fat-free gummy bears or sugar-free gummy bears or something. And unfortunately, said sweetener gave people bouts of, God, what is it called when you have, like, a lot of diarrhea? Is that dysentery? I think it gave people dysentery, or at the very least it gave them, like, severe diarrhea. So it's just like, maybe we shouldn't be rolling this product out after all. Stab you. Thankfully, the hitbox on Raijingeki is pretty lenient. So you can poke away at a distance like that. Alright, more on the train. Oop, unfortunately, that's not gonna hit, but that's alright. We've got the power of slashing, we've got the power of God and anime on our side, so it's cool. Alright, and much like an X's story, here comes Slash Beast with his cool intro. He's faster than the train, oh no! We're gonna see a lot more of what Slash Beast can actually do, though. You dare to attack my unit? I'm gonna enjoy fighting you. Slash Beast, like Magma Dragoon, is sort of weak to Raijingeki. And by sort of, I mean, like, it's very difficult for him to actually, like, stay in place for long enough for you to actually use it against him properly. And even then, it only triggers Mercy Flash, so, like... Ah, damn it. Really? I didn't get him in time? Slash Beast is also arguably the hardest of Zero's bosses. Well, No, technically you can do some things to try to cheese him. You notice earlier I was trying to do the rapid slash, the dash cancels. Didn't quite work out as well as I was hoping for, but... There we go. Yeah, I probably would have done a little bit better if I hadn't gone for the rapid slashes, but you were seeing how much damage that did without triggering, like, the Mercy invincibility and stuff. So if you can get the rhythm down, that technique is really good. That technique is very good. It's a little bit dangerous, but that's how Zero likes it. And we learned Shiphuga. Special move button while dashing. You can execute a powerful dash blade attack, approach your enemy with Shiphuga, and perform a combo. I believe Shiphuga is Zero's forward heavy in Marvel 3? Repliforce is at the space harbor. I have to go. No! Please wait, Zero. I don't want to see you two fight. Someone has to stop your brother. I'm leaving. But I'm not going to the spaceport. I'm going back to the jungle. I heard they have fun and games there. I'll meet you guys at the heart tank. Alright, just like an X's story. Break this open. And get yourselves the last heart tank. And with that piece of equipment, plus a quick trip to Frost Walrus' stage to fill our E-tanks a little bit, how about we head on over to space? Much like X's romp through the spaceport, it's filled with a lot of enemies. But Zero has to be a little bit more careful about how he fights them, since obviously he's got the shorter range. Thankfully, here's a cool trick that you can do. If you hold down the dash button, you will always perform a dash jump when you jump. Which is nice. It means you can do a dash jump from stationary just by having that button held down. Not the most useful piece of tech, but, I mean, could be useful to go fast. Maybe. I don't know, I'm not a speedrunner. The game I've ever speedrun is Power Rangers Time Force for the Game Boy Advance, and even then I barely speedrun that. I actually have a Discord for Power Rangers Time Force speedruns now. And it's weird, because I kind of pioneered speedrunning the game, and I'm the worst at it. But it's fine, though. It's fine. It's cool. Everything's alright. I don't want to fight. Step back. I'm sorry. I can't let you through. Iris will be sad if she loses you. Don't be so presumptuous, Zero. Save it until after you've defeated me.
Show me what you've got.
Alright. As expected, Colonel Fight functions pretty much the same as it does in X's story, except, I mean, we're playing a Zero now. Notably, Raijin Geki doesn't do any damage to him. Forgetting if anything actually does. Ryu Engine is doing damage, but it's not much. And Giga Attack isn't doing much damage either. Although with Zero, the fight tends to be a little bit more active and a little bit less wait in the corner for 5 years, because obviously you have to get close in order to damage him. Unfortunately, he also triggers Mercy Flash after getting hit too, so... And this is why I filled up our sub-tanks. Because I knew that Colonel was going to be a son of a bitch. Does Yoretsu-san do any damage to you? Oh, Yoretsu-san does a lot of damage to you. Yeah, Yoretsu-san is actually the best option for you right now, Colonel. There we go. Impressive, Zero. But it's too late. What? Repliforce has left for the space. Even if I perish, Repliforce lives. Colonel. Zero. Tell Iris that her brother died happily. Goodbye, Zero. Colonel! I'm sorry, I can't do an actual, like, anguished yell or anything like that, because I think everyone else in the house would probably, like, scream at me, shut the fuck up, stop yelling at your video games. Stop yelling at your cartoon PS1 video game from 1997. They've left for outer space. Scramble all Maverick Hunters. Iris, where are you? Iris? She left with them? No! Maverick Hunters, scramble. I'm on my way. Don't do this to me, Iris. Alright. It's hard to get a good read on this. I think that'll be enough for today's episode. In the next episode, we'll hopefully be finishing off the main plot at the final weapon. So I'll see you guys then. This is Tails Rocket signing out. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful day.